Holding the crude crowbar in her hands, Carmen runs through her mind a mental inventory of everything at her disposal. She'll need to use every edge she can get to escape this basement. Even before the apocalypse, it would have been a challenge, and now even more so. The enemies that she slays, and if she doesn't treat them properly, then they will rise again. But so too does Carmen. Through her many injuries, she pushes on. For one so young, at only 18 years old, Carmen must have begun her training as a hitwoman, as an assassin, at a younger age. She's been preparing for this, perhaps her whole life. But how exactly does one prepare for the end of the world? For now, we can only react. And react we shall. With her torso still aching, that will be our focus as we begin today. Kia ora, Legionnaires. Raikon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead into our short survival series. We are here with Carmen Moulton. We're on day 65 here in our basement home. Yeah, what a place to be. And in the last, we discovered that these crates here are indeed actually crates. We've still got 6 of them down here that we can crack. I originally thought that they were just pallets. Such is the way when it comes to learning new tile sets. And as much as I want to crack these open right now, we have heard sounds from the other room. Sounds out in the hallway. And I would be nervous about making that much noise down here, as cracking them open, well, it's nasty. It makes sound. And right now, sound is our enemy. We're going to turn off our light. We're just going to slowly make our way back up towards our home. We need to see to our torso. Right now, it is still bandaged. It's a poor bandage, but we might be able to actually boil some water and in the process make some boiled bandages. We've got our little stove, and I believe we do have a pot over here as well. Yes, we do. Let's grab that pot. You know, I kind of feel like we should just collate everything. Absolutely everything that's around here, just so that we know what we have available to us. Yeah, sure, it's going to take a little while to do, but I think it's going to be worth it. So we're just going to be hitting A for all around, and then we're going to just put the square that we're on, which is 5, and just transfer everything across. And then we're just going to walk through, and then we're just going to keep on transferring. Well, I guess in this case, not everything. We don't really need the folding table, but then again, if we take it apart, well, that's going to be more pipes. So yeah, sure, we will take that. We'll even take the swimming gloves. All the other clothes, they can stay there for now, but the candlestick, that'll come along for the ride. We've got 2 pillowcases and pillows here, which we aren't going to take apart right away because we are going to need some pillows to help with our sleep. And the real treasure up here, all these bottles of Chardonnay. And I think this is the last of the stuff here, so that's everything all on one square now. So what I'm hoping we're going to be able to do is make some boiled bandages. So we've got 9 of our makeshift ones at the moment. We are going to need our pot, we're going to need some water, and as you can see, we do have a few pots here, so let's go get some clean water. This doesn't necessarily have to be clean water, but it's the water that we have access to at the moment. The bathroom still means that we're going to have to go through enemies. Let's just fill up all these bottles. Alright, and then popping on over here, let's see if we can activate the laptop again. There we go. That's going to give us a bit of light, which we like. And then, let's see, we're going to go bandage and boiled makeshift bandages. Excellent. Yep, we can do it. We've got the charges on our soda can stove kit to make it happen. Although, it looks like we are going to be using pretty much all our charges to be able to do this. It does raise the effective quality to average, which is going to make us heal just that much faster. I gotta say, I think it's worth it in this instance. So let's put down that crowbar. Let's store it on our belt, actually. That's handy. And, oh, we've got clean water left over, so let's just go and pour that into just one of the plastic bottles. Or actually this one here if we can. No. Let's just keep on pouring. There we go. Okay. Well, that's already an early success. I like that. So we could wait until the bandage quality is like done, but I think we just go through it. I think we put one on our right arm, our left leg, and our torso. And I am not 100% certain whether or not us doing any kind of disinfection will help at this stage, but I'm willing to try. Let's use the alcohol wipes, and we're going to use that on our torso just to get a little bit of quality there, because our torso, this is the main thing at the moment that's holding us back from any kind of combat. And then boiled makeshift bandages. Okay, it looks like it's still going to be poor quality, which is unfortunate. I don't know if we're going to be able to get our bandaging skill any higher than what it's at right now. We've got wound care. We're starting to learn wound care expert. And our healthcare, it's so close to leveling up. We're nearly at level 2. I think we might have just got that extra skill from us making those bandages. See, here we can actually practice. We can practice advanced care. And I don't think it would take us that long to get our healthcare up. And there we go. Proficiency has increased. Stop practicing. I will say yes for now. But that does mean that we could potentially get it up to level 3 just with our practicing. Let's see if that's made any difference when it comes to reapplying them. It does. We're already on average, which I think is the best that we're going to be able to get from these particular bandages. So let's go and apply that to our torso, to our right arm, and finally to our left leg. Now, we cross our fingers and hope that that is going to help us heal up here. While we are trying to spend some time getting tired and whatnot and just resting here, we are going to have a look at making some other tools. And, some other weapons. We can make straight up nail boards, which we can turn into traps. Right now, I'm looking at the large wooden club and also the wooden club. I do like the sweep attack that we get from the large club here. The bash is pretty good, but as you can see, the base moves per attack, 173, does lead us to be quite open to attacks. Realistically, I think we still stand a much better chance with our hockey stick. If we can keep that in good condition, it's going to be a fantastic tool. The brutal strike is also quite nice though, now that I'm looking at it. Stun 1 turn and knock back 1 tile. That's on a crit, and you can sweep them down for 2 turns. As you can see, the typical damage, it's not great. Honestly, I think the first thing that we're going to have a look at making here is the nail board, or the trap variation of that. We do have enough nails there. We have more than enough planks. There is a chance of us catastrophically failing, but I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that this goes okay. Okay, or not. We just catastrophically fail. Okay, the chances were always there for that happening. Now, obviously, we can get more nails by destroying the crates that are around us. I would love for us to be able to take them apart. But for us to be able to deconstruct, we are going to need a screwdriver. And the interesting thing is, you don't really need all that much to be able to make even a basic screwdriver. You do need to have a proper hammer, but just you need chunks of steel. And now that I think about it, we also need a hammer when it comes to deconstruction. Obviously, our frying pan, that does very, very basic deconstruction for us. No, that's a lie. We just need prying and screwdriving. And unfortunately, we don't know any makeshift recipes for our screwdrivers. I've done a little bit of sorting here, putting all of our weapons and tools on this square, all of our clothing on this one, and then theoretically everything else on here, which is going to be our food and our construction materials. Oh, and underneath of us, pillows. We've got 3 of them right now. So what we are going to want to try and do at this stage is just get calm and tired, which means that we're going to have to stay up for a while, and we're just going to have to either read or craft. But we do want to try and be as productive as we possibly can be. And so one of the first things that I would like to try and make is a wooden needle. It's going to take 20 minutes for us to kind of work this out, but that's going to allow us to do all kinds of sewing and repairs going forwards. So we'll drop that on the ground, and just like that, we got ourselves a wooden needle. So in some cases, we will need to have thread in it, other times we won't. For now, we're going to keep the thread separate. I believe we only really want to have thread in there when we're trying to repair clothing. And right now, we don't need to worry about that. But then again, in saying that, trying to reinforce our flag jumpsuit would be something that I'm not against. So I believe we do have some sinew here. Let's try and reload the sucker. Yeah, it's a tiny bit of sinew. What we're lacking at the moment is any raw materials for us to work with. So what we can try and do is deconstruct. We are wanting to look at our clothing for this. The cotton hat is going to be able to give us a number of cotton patches, which yes, I am on board with. We failed to recover some of them in that process, but that's okay. We're going to get some thread by taking apart these ankle socks. And then finally, we will take apart this dust mask. And then we're going to take one of these short strings apart just to get more thread. And now we're going to be able to go back to that wooden needle and reload it with thread instead. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping to be able to reinforce the jumpsuit, but we can see that our success chance is at 0%. So I don't think we're going to be able to reinforce it here. I'm going to try for a moment. Oh, we were not ready for that. Yeah, it was well beyond our level of expertise and I couldn't stop it in time. Well, that's a harsh lesson. It's barely holding together at the moment. It is actually carrying quite a few of our items. We don't actually need to have all of this stuff on us though. That is still frustrating. Let us unload the flag jumpsuit then. And we'll see if we're able to recover anything from it at all. We are going to be taking it off. And yeah, we are going to need another option now. Oh yeah, no, there is nothing that we can do with that right now. I believe it's beneath us. We can't disassemble it, so we're just going to have to try and cut it up. We do get a large amount of cotton patches from it though. So what are we going to wear in the meantime? Because right now we don't have much else kind of going on our torso or, on our legs for that matter. Stockings shall not suffice. But yes, looking at this collection of clothes that we've got here, it's probably going to have to be the Santa dress of all things. Oh, and it's green, so maybe an elf more than anything there. We can see that it is covering our torso, doesn't give us much in the way of protection, and it is also covering our legs, as you might expect. Well, I'll tell you what, we are going to take apart another short string here, and we're going to see if we can repair any of our other pieces of clothing. It will help our tailoring skill get just that much higher. Okay, completely repaired there, that's good. The dress shoes, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to work on until we get some leather, but let's see if we can repair the long white gloves. There we go, that's all done as well. We're going to knock back some vegetable pizza and also some almond milk. I will remind you that Carmen is also wearing a ski mask, a headlamp, and a bicycle helmet. Just to, complete this look. And you know what? Something that we haven't done yet is read or rather activate these maps down here. We've got the Walcott road map, which we're going to activate, and we're also going to activate the restaurant guide as well, which should give us knowledge of the surrounding area here. And it does. Oh boy, Walcott is big. Yeah, we got Walcott, Heath, and Wayne. That's a decently sized city. And it doesn't look like it connects up here, but I have to believe that this road does lead to somewhere. But down here to the south, it eventually winds around and connects up. The airport that we have here, this private airport, I'm thinking this thing belongs to whoever owned the manor and to our target. We've also got a tiny bit of light industry there as well, so no doubt that's also included, as well as the toxic waste dump. I don't know why you'd choose to live so close to a toxic waste dump, but here we are. I'm also unsure as to what that might be. I do like that we have options out in the woods, cabin-wise. We might be able to kind of prepare before we make it to the airport. But yeah, to do any of that, we first need to get out this bloody basement, don't we? So, I'm going to be passing a lot more time here. If we have any big breakthroughs, I'll be sure to cover that. Otherwise, Carmen is going to be trying to recover as best as she can, while keeping her sanity intact. I did realize that I've potentially neglected some decent equipment down here in the form of these motorcycle boots and this motorcycle helmet. They are filthy, but we can get them clean. We're going to start off by making a washboard. It's going to take 50 minutes, which I'm totally good with that. For one, it's got our fabrication skill higher, which is going to enable us to make a load of other things, including the cudgel, the weapon, the tool that we all love to use, and something that no doubt Carmen is going to be making use of. It attacks in just 81 moves. It has a precise strike that stuns for 2 turns on a crit, with a melee skill of 3. We might be there, we might not, but also rapid strikes, and it has a high blocking ability. It can be clipped onto a belt loop, which means that, yep, we can store it on our leather belt. We are definitely going to be making that thing. There are so many different things that we can make here. What I would give for a long stick. Under armor, there isn't too much that we've gained there. I'm just mostly excited about the cudgel, and we'll get to the cudgel, but I think we want to start off with the washboard first. And motorcycle boots. There we are, 16 charges of water. Okay, well, we know that we have the ability to do that. Let's go grab one of our pots, and we'll go for the copper pot in this instance. Or you know what, I suppose we could just take the washboard over towards the water. Yeah, that's a better option. Now the helmet, I don't know if we're going to be able to wash the same way because it's a rigid item, and rigid items I think require the wash kit. I could be wrong. But if we try and use the washboard here, it is going to use a fair few charges to be able to do it. We'll use the soap that is nearby first of all, and now we have some nice clean boots. However, these motorcycle boots, they're a poor fit. We're going to need to try and cut up some other shoes so that we can get some leather so that we can try and refit them. And yeah, we are going to need something else for that motorcycle helmet. I suppose we should see if it's going to be that much better than our bicycle helmet though. Yes, but not by a long shot here. I think the difference is the motorcycle helmet has just more coverage in general. You can also activate to raise the visor. Well, if we can, we will use it. And you know what? We will actually be able to do that. We've got a washing kit right here. There we are. That's crafted now. Do we have enough to be able to get it clean? Use the soap that's nearby, and there we are. It's washed. We have a motorcycle helmet, and it straight up fits as well. We're going to be dropping off our old bike helmet, and we are going to be wearing that motorcycle helmet now. There we go, Carmen. Okay, so the scarf is probably going to have to come off. That's okay. But everything else is looking okay there on our head. We can even keep the stylish sunglasses on. But I'm thinking, oh, the visor is already down. Okay, well, let's just leave it like that then. We don't seem to be having any real negatives on our eyes at the moment. Our mouth is more than a little encumbered. The ski mask will be adding to that. And the ski mask doesn't actually give us that much protection, so we can probably take that off now as well. There we are. We're feeling better. Oh, bandana. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it doesn't make that much difference. One way or the other. We'll keep it off for now, though. Right, now we're going to get that cudgel made. Okay, we got it done, and just as we finished it, we got a little bit of our torso health back. The bandages are doing their job. Now, we don't have the tools necessary to be able to disassemble like dress shoes, but we can still just cut them to pieces. Let's give it a go. 27 leather patches. I feel like that's enough to work with. So now, if we activate our wooden needle yet again, we should be able to go down to the motorcycle boots. Yes. Oh, cotton patches? Oh, okay. Well, we're not trying to repair them here. What we are going to try and do is refit. And I just hope that we don't destroy them here. Completely destroyed. Well, I guess that's okay. That'll happen. Now I think to pass time, what we're going to do is separate all the clothing that I'm going to want to try and take apart or disassemble, things that we are not likely to use. Honestly, the Lycra bodysuit, if we got some Lycra and we can make it fit, that's a maybe. But all the other bits and pieces, they are going to be torn up. The leather gloves, we're gonna keep because I really, really would like to try and see if we could make them fit. Or even the light gloves. Winter gloves are just gonna be too heavy for us at the moment. And the quilt, we're gonna keep that for sleeping's sake. Oh, and it looks like we've accidentally dragged the corpse of a zombie over here as well. Let's just, keep them together. And now everything that is here, we are just going to be able to say, disassemble everything once, which is going to take apart all the things that are at the top, and it's going to, take us an hour to do so. Excellent. That's that. And we can see that everything else is starting to mend a little bit more. And now cutting up all those pieces there, we've got a lot of cotton patches. All right, leather gloves. It looks like we might have a chance to try and get this to work. Repeat until refitted. And we ran out of charge, unfortunate. But we've got some more. It looks like we damaged them a little bit there. Hey! And we got them to fit. Wonderful. And it looks like we actually do have a chance to get them to repair. So let's see if we can fix them. And they're fixed. So now we can chuck on some proper protective leather gloves and we can do away with our current extra long white gloves. Now at this stage we're very hungry, we're very thirsty, so you know that we're going to be drinking Chardonnay and we're going to be drinking a considerable amount of the stuff, enough that we're starting to get lightheaded. We should start feeling a little tired before too long. Well, we've just been taking apart some of the thread that we've got. We've actually started to get chilly, which is something that I didn't really consider. Our arms are chilly, so we might have to try and just wear the extra long gloves for a little longer. It doesn't seem to be causing a problem with our hands. Yeah, we can wear the gloves over the top of the long white gloves are worn close to the skin. Well, that's okay then. That should keep us from getting too chilly. Hey, look at this. We're actually managing to repair our shoes. And they're repaired. Perfect dress shoes. Oh, and look at that. We are finally tired. Actually tired for a change. So we're going to make sure that we're totally ready to go to sleep here. Before we go to sleep, we want to make sure that we have something decent to eat. And I'm kind of trying to have a look at the spoilage here. So let's drink some of that soy milk. We're going to have some tofu for food. And then maybe, a nice bit of chocolate drink there. Yeah. Satisfied? We're nearly ready for sleep, but we want to make sure that these bandages are going to last. We can see that they've already gone down to poor qualities, so we're going to want to try and rectify that. We've got 6 makeshift boiled bandages left. So, torso first of all, then our arm, and then finally the leg. Everything else will mend over time. We could also just try and use the cotton balls that we've got. Use one of those for now, just so that there's something on there. Okay, let's turn that laptop off and have a proper sleep. Oh, I tell you what, that feels good. It is 5:46 p.m. and we've certainly done some mending. It's not enough, it certainly is not enough, but it's a good start. Now, as boring as it is, we're pretty much got to do the exact same thing today before we try and move on. So, with that being said, I'm going to advance to the night and cover anything that we did during the rest of our day. Well, I say day. We're going to be awake through most of the night here. Oh boy, okay. We are tired yet again at 1:38 p.m. We are thirsty, we're hungry, we're going to deal with those things first of all, having some sports drink there, and we don't have to have too much to eat. But you know what, let's have maybe some straight up cranberries, but we're not feeling too good about that apparently. You know what, just some carrots. There we are. And something else that we will have are some of these gummy vitamins, just to make sure that we're still kind of balanced with our intake of vitamins. And then finally, we are going to make sure that our bandages are set. So during the day, I took a lot of the clothing apart, we disassembled it into cotton scraps and then into thread, and then we used some of that thread to stitch together cotton patches to be able to make cotton sheets and then to be able to make bandages. It was an ordeal, but we got there, and I also did some practice with our bandaging, which has got our first aid skill up to 3 now. Yes, healthcare. Healthcare is 3. We didn't learn any new recipes, but it might enable us to just use the regular bandages even better than we were. Unfortunately, we don't have enough fuel to be able to boil them, and okay, yeah, it does look like it's going to be poor, but that's still better than nothing. We are mending all the same. So that is everything bandaged up, ready for another night of rest. Tomorrow, we'll be moving on, I think. Oh, and look at that. Green. Not dark green, but at least green across the board. That's really good. We're on day 66 at the moment, and, well, we're going to have a bit of a munch before we get going today. It's going to be cheese for breakfast, and maybe some nice chocolate drink too. Now, obviously, we do have a lot of food, we have a lot of resources down here. We still don't know the way out. So I am going to be at least a little bit cautious with what we choose to bring with us today. The laptop computer is great for light, but we don't necessarily need to be carrying that with us. So I'm just going to have a review of what we've got and what we actually want to hold on to. I think I'm pretty happy with everything that we've got at the moment. I just want to see. Oh, have we cleared this out? I think we might have. Yeah, because we can just store stuff in it now. Well, I'm still in two minds as to whether or not we want to bring the hockey stick with us. I'm surprised that we can fit the hockey stick into the backpack, but I guess it's under, 150. It's exactly the length necessary. Maybe we are strapping it slightly onto the side there. But our main weapon is going to be the cudgel, which we are going to be wielding in our hand. We do have the makeshift crowbar on our belt at the moment, because I'm going to want to try and see what's down in these first of all, even if that does mean that we might potentially draw attention. We're ready to fight. We're not so ready to fight one of the big guys, but we are ready to fight. Okay. Now at the first sign of trouble, we will be dropping our backpack. But let's just hope it doesn't come to that, eh? How did you get in here? Hi, we're going to close that door immediately. We're going to drop our backpack onto the ground. Zombie. Wonderful. Zombie. Great. Zombie. Ha. Okay, are you going to follow me through this door? Maybe. There we go. 16 damage with that critical. This one, it's come back to life at some point. Whack it again. Let's just move back just to be a little bit safer here. Quickly striked it, which means that we could strike it again, but I think we'll err on the side of caution. Okay. You were what at the staff? You got a repeating crossbow on you there. Well, let's smash your remains. We'll grab our backpack back, and let's not be running. Let's be walking, and let's see. Okay. Yet again, I must have missed a body here somewhere. We've got another body down here as well. Pulped, fat zombie, with your cigarettes and your permanent marker. Okay, let's leave that door open. If we hear another door open, then we know we're in trouble. But we're going to try and see if we can crack this. Stop prying. No, ignore that shuffling for now. Alright, nothing in that crate. Down to this one. Yeah, we've got good hearing, and we're hearing quite a few things. Is that a football? It is. We could throw it, but I don't think it's going to help us. Let's crack this one here now. Okay, yet again, nothing. This one then. Okay, what do we got in here? Actually kind of useful. Well, we've already got sleeping stuff, so we'll probably just end up taking those apart. We're just going to leave them on the ground for now, just so that we can see them there. And then we've just got 2 more of these crates to go. There we are. Is that a bone? Okay, interesting. A human bone. So these were definitely cannibals. We've got a dark ring. A dark silver ring with skull decorations and a pitch black onyx mounted on top of it. We're going to chuck the ring on, of course. The human bone, we're probably going to leave in there. The sinister cane. A sinister looking cane made of plastic. It has a shiny red orb gripped by claws at the end. Okay. All right. It really doesn't do much. Yeah, we're gonna leave that sinister cane on the ground there. Actually, you know what? Let's move that out of there. The human bone, that'll stay there as well. Oh boy. And now, now we need to decide if it's worthwhile. I mean, surely it's got to be, because we do have crates down here, and we know that the dead, they keep on flooding in from this way here. We haven't explored down here yet, and we haven't explored up the top. Either way, I think we are going to be encountering enemies here. We just need to be able to fall back. So, let's open that door. I think that was just us. No, we heard footsteps. You know what? I think we're just going to turn the light on right away. And we do have a servant here. A feral servant who is full of health. Okay, alright, well, I suppose you're going to follow us, aren't you? Okay, we missed, that's fine. We take a step back, we strike again, damaging for 3 damage. Excellent. So, we are just going to do our run back and strike as much as we can. Our torso encumbrance throws us off balance because we're currently wearing our backpack, which we're not meant to be doing. Let's just do what we do, step backs, and of course remember, after we kill this servant, that we are going to want to try hit to the torso. We are going to want to try and smash that corpse right away. Minor bleeding. This is good. Let's keep it up. You will notice though, we're not going to get things bleeding as much because we're using a blunt weapon, but still it's good. These quick strikes are fantastic. 17 damage, nearly dead here. There we are. Good work, Carmen. So let's slow right away to a walk. We'll see if you had anything. You were a broomer. Okay. Well, we're going to smash your corpse, and we are going to start to move back down here. We're going to leave the door open for now, just so that we have a fallback point. We're going to get you closed, and we're going to check this last container here. Come on. Come on. We're hearing a lot of noise around us. Okay, a quilt. We'll eat the quilt for now, and we'll get that light on. Hi. A well-dressed feral, about as fast as us, making her way on over towards us. So let's start to back up. We want to be able to run into the next room in just a moment. Okay, torso encumbrance. Yep, that's the backpack. That'll do that. Let's get it off. There we go. Backpack is down. Doors open. A good strike. 13 damage. Okay. Excellent. Let's just keep on moving back. We're getting criticals almost every time here now. If we could get our skill high enough with melee, we'd be getting stuns on every single one of these strikes. Damn it, a miss. It's unfortunate. A quick strike. I'm not going to take a risk. We're just going to back up further. Just keep on backing up. Damn it. Got our hand. Right arm starting to feel the pain. We are also starting to feel mild pain. Back up a little bit further. She's doing pretty decent damage to us, but she is dead. We're going to drop that cudgel to the ground, take a step to the side, and let's try and see if we can just put pressure on that wound. Excellent. How are our wounds looking now? Okay, we could use a little bit of extra bandaging on our torso, and our right arm and left leg aren't done at all. We're going to smash her corpse and see if she had anything of use. She does have a rapier. It's real. A thin sword with a ornate handguard. It looks like the preferred weapon of gentlemen and swashbucklers. Light and quick, it makes any battle a stylish battle. She also is wearing ballistic glasses. We are just gonna drop our current stylish sunglasses, cool as they are, and we're totally gonna wear those ballistic glasses. And let's just get our breath back first. Let's compare the two weapons to see what we're looking at here. Now, the rapier is damaged, but it's still good. It doesn't strike quite as fast as the cudgel though, unfortunately. It does a lot more damage, which is good. It takes a little bit more stamina to swing. The cudgel does have a little bit of a higher chance to hit as well. Yeah, this rapier is a very good weapon, but it is damaged. I think we're going to stick with the cudgel for now, just because of the 2-hit bonus. The pierce that we get from the rapier is really nice, and it does do good damage. That's a tough choice. I think for now though, we're going to stick with this cudgel. Let's pick it back up. You know what, that rapier though, we're going to make sure that we kind of just stick that to the side, just so that we know that it is there. There we are. And now making our way back down here, we'll get the backpack back on. And I suppose we do need to be ready to drop it. Let's drop it here for now, just so it's always going to be, at least a little bit closer to us. I'm going to put on our light, and we're just going to start to slowly peek around the corner here. So far, so good. Okay. Alright. Let's just make our way down here. Good. I really want to try and see if we can close this door here. There's a feral servant in here. All the way down the end. Okay, well, hello. You also want to come and play. What are you wielding there, sir? A servant of some kind with a knife. Searching for some victims to butcher. We shall not be a victim, I'm sorry. But we will whack you for 13 damage, that's good. I think the only real major benefit that we would get from the rapier is our enemies would bleed out faster because we're actually doing that kind of damage to them. Damn. Right arm is feeling that pain. Come on. Just keep on following. Let's take that step back. That's good. Okay, we're slowly starting to whittle you down, huh? Come on. There we go. Alright. Hearing more shuffling. I don't think they can get to us. They are probably... Yeah, this must be a much, much larger room. But now that we got that door closed, we can choose whether or not we want to go down there or if we want to try and go another route. We'll just take a second, get that breath back. We're in moderate pain now, so we're probably going to want to try and take some aspirin, which we don't have. That's okay. Ooh. Ooh. Now we're talking. Checkered pants and a chef's jacket. That could help us. We've also got a cotton apron as well. I know it seems weird to get excited about that, but that's extra protection that we can get from those things. They are poor fitting right now, but we could change that. And I think it's worth us doing that. We don't need the toque, but we will take the jacket, we're going to take the pants, and we are also going to take the apron. The apron we should be able to wear like right away. We can see that it gives us a little bit of extra bash and cut protection. The chef's jacket should be, I feel like it should be better than that. I mean, I guess it's still better than nothing, but it's not as good as I would have thought it would be. Alright, we've got the apron on. It shouldn't be conflicting with anything. Oh, our dark ring and our leather gloves are conflicting. I guess that makes sense. We don't need to be wearing the dark ring. Let's look at dragging these back and, ignoring the shuffling, we will see if we can quickly deal with them. Oh, let's grab that backpack too. Thank you, backpack. Okay, so we're going to try and refit it first of all. It seems like we use a thread a time, and it's not looking good so far. No, we ran out of charges. And that's okay, we can get more. One of the easiest ways for us to get it is by taking apart these cotton scraps. It unfortunately just takes a while. Actually, you know what? No, we can get thread from other places. We just got access to a lot more clothing. So we're going to go down that route first of all. 40 thread from the boxer shorts. Okay, we're just going to make sure that we get everything rebandaged while we are here, so that we are still healing. We're also going to take some aspirin for a mild pain, and heading back to the chef's jacket, we're going to repeat until we're fitted. And it's destroyed. The chance was always there. Well, you know what, we can at least try the pants, can't we? 5.8% chance. You know what, I feel like if we try to repair it first, it might go better, because then we can damage it more. And we're going to need more charges. You know what? As much as I want that to work out for us, I don't think it's going to. I think we're just going to have to stick with the clothing that we've got for now. Right, so cudgel, get back into our hands. And let's carry on. Ready to drop the backpack? Oh, and also, yeah, let's turn that off. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's keep this door open as well, just so that we have a way back. This corridor should be ours now. It is. And so now we have the choice of whether we go to the north, whether we go to the south, or whether we go to the west. I have to think that most of those that were following us have either moved on up the top or, down further. We'll turn off the light until we get closer. We just heard a noise right back from where we walked past. We'll just wait here for a moment or two. We do have good hearing, and we've heard a few things walking around there. Okay, let's crack the door. We're not going to use the light just yet. Peeking out into the space, it seems okay. What I would love to be able to do is get up to that door and close it. So we're just going to peek up that way. We're going to take a step boldly. Take another step. Okay, I think we should be able to do this. We've got the door closed. That's part of the battle. Oh, okay. We hear clang. Someone's not happy over there, and I think it's probably one of those armored ferals, so I don't want to hang around here for too long if we can avoid it. If we hear a door open, I think we just have to run for it. What's that? A candle? No, plastic bottle. Okay. So far, so good. I have no idea if there's anything or anyone in here. What do we got? A sweatshirt. Okay. I'm going to close the door behind us. Might be a mistake. We'll see. We're going to flash our light in here. Okay. It's like a tailoring room, I think. Yup. Lots of thread. Okay. And a feral servant with a candlestick in hand. We can fight you. We can definitely fight you. Come on. Let's go. Right. We're going to get ready to run. We do have our backpack on, so we're not going to be as capable, but we haven't really been missing all that much. You missed me there. Come on, I'm going to climb over that chair. There we go. Decent strike. 4. Let's just keep on striking. Keep on moving. 11 damage is really nice. Damn it. Right arm again, huh? Backing up. I'm liking all this damage. It's not enough to kill you. Not yet. Come on. There we go. And let's smash right away. Okay. Right arm. It's feeling the pain, I think. It's still bandaged though, so that's good. We've got that going for us. Let's just slow to a walk and let's see if you had anything useful for us. No, not really. That's okay. Let's catch our breath. We're hearing footsteps. Oh man, this is a lot on that side there. Now, I don't remember seeing a way like from here. We definitely turned our light on here. So I think this is probably a wall. This is probably just a cupboard or something like that. Let's take stock of what we've got here first though. We've got a tailor's kit, a fully just like good to go tailor's kit. That's really, really good. All that thread as well is fantastic. Yeah, got a tanned pelt there even. Just buttons and zippers for days. What's interesting about Carmen is that she does actually have some skill when it comes to garments. Synthetic fibers specifically, stretch fabrics, skilled at knitting, all of those things. And boy howdy, there's a lot of stuff here. A ridiculous amount of stuff actually. We're just going to try and collate everything that's in this space. So we'll say all around and then yeah, canvas sheets, cotton sheets. I mean, that's a lot of bandages and everything. Hot damn. Okay, I want to try and get everything together if we can. We're just going to have to ignore some shuffling for the moment. Jeez, this is a lot of stuff. Okay, I got to say that's probably close enough for all of those things that we've got there. What do we got on the table? Some wires. Okay, and that was just a sweatshirt that doesn't fit. Over here, we've got some more buttons, clothing designer's portfolio, and some cigarettes as well. Let's just shift everything. I want to just even flick through that book if there are potential recipes in there. We'll get back to that though. I do need to see if this is good yet. Is that locked though? I think it might be locked. It is. Ooh, what could you be hiding? Can't get sufficient leverage. Yeah, so we're going to need to try and pick that. Okay, I'm going to keep that in mind. Do we have the knowledge of how to make a pick? Rudimentary lockpick, and we can actually make one out of our platinum hairpin or some wire. We do have wire nearby, so let's look at doing that. We're going to activate our laptop here just to light up the area around us, and we're going to try and see if we can make this rudimentary pick. We're just going to go for the wire route, okay? We probably want to have more than one of those. How long did that take us to craft though? 11 minutes, okay. There is a chance we can have catastrophic failure, but we seem to be all right. We have 2 rudimentary lockpicks now. I'm going to keep the light on just so that it maybe gives us a little bit of a better chance here. And we're going to try and see if we can pick this. Okay, we hear shuffling. Ignore it. Keep it up. Okay. Stumps our efforts. We keep trying again. We're thirsty. We're hungry. That's okay. All right. We will slowly be getting better at this. I believe it's devices. Okay, we've got devices 1, and we've got 10 skill in it now. And we're actually starting to get a little bit of lockpicking skill. We're down to 9% at the moment. There's always a chance, right? It just, it does take quite a while. We're going to just have some chewing gum for now and some clean water. We've got lots of food back in our home base. Now this is a wooden door. We could just try and bash it down, but it'd be nice to use a little bit of finesse here. We're on 20% lockpicking, and it looks like some of our bandaged wounds are not doing as hot. So we're just going to reapply some of these bandages. Let's try again. Okay, I think we'll take a little bit of a break from that. We're going to go back on over towards this table, and we're just going to see if there's anything wild that we can do with what we've got so far. Oh, pipe shotgun. Okay, that's new. Oh yes, we can make a lot of things here. Okay. Yeah, we can make anything. Whatever our heart desires, it seems. So that is some very good news. What I'm going to try and do is plan out what I think is going to be best for us to try and make here. We're going to need some food, that's for sure. What I think one of the best things that we'll be able to do is probably try and make some clothing and then try and reinforce it afterwards. We've got Kevlar thread here, which means that we've probably also got some Kevlar sheets as well. After looking at everything that we have here, we have lots of options when it comes to making regular clothing. Making any kind of armor is going to be a lot more difficult for us to make, at least to the best of my knowledge. We are limited when it comes to the amount of leather that we have here. So I think what I would need to decide on is what we want to try and have covering each part, and then we're going to try and enhance it with Kevlar, because we do have Kevlar. We can make some basic gambeson pieces, But we can't make the actual gambeson itself. We just don't have the knowledge of how to do it. I did say I was going to quickly flick through that book, so I think we should, just so we can see what's in there. And there are some pretty interesting things in there. Anything new? It doesn't look like it. But yeah, right off the bat, we can make gambeson sleeves, which I think are still going to be worth it because our arms have been getting damaged. It's 2 hours and 12 minutes. I want to see if it's going to be possible for us to pull it off. And time is ticking by. We can hear so much movement around us, but we seem to be able to work without being disturbed. And we can chuck those sleeves on. And they do encumber our arms a little bit there, as we are currently also rocking the gloves, the long gloves, which we don't really need to have on now. I only think it's going to reduce our encumbrance by 1, but every little bit counts, right? And there we go. Okay, so we're trading some encumbrance for some extra protection, and it's pretty decent protection at that. Looking at 5s across the board. Okay, well, the cotton apron that we've got, we've just managed to fully repair it and also reinforce it. It's only a little bit of extra protection, but that's still good for us. Looking at pants, the pants that I want to try and make here are probably cargo pants. For utility more than anything. It's going to take us a long time to be able to make them though, 8 hours and 42 minutes. However, we don't have to make the entire thing here. We can start the process, and then we can start to make our way back home. But you know what? It seems to be going okay so far. Oh, wow. Okay, first of all, we're at 69% on the cargo pants. Nice. But we start to register a buzzing in our senses. It's getting louder, and our head starts to throb. Something is coming. Okay, something is coming. I think we should be safe down here in the basement, but up on the surface, portals are opening. Oh my god. Okay. I think we're good now, but I think some pretty terrible things might have happened above us. Achievement complete. Reality is falling apart. You will be baked. And then there will be cake. We survived a portal storm. Yeah, we did. And it sounds like maybe upstairs also survived, but at a cost. Well, I can safely say that I imagine Carmen is rather happy that she was down here for that and not traveling overland. We have ourselves a nice brand new pair of cargo pants that we're able to chuck on. And at this point, the short Santa dress that we've been wearing, we can probably do away with that. We are still going to need something else on our torso, but we're hungry, we're thirsty, and we got more skill as well. Looks like our tailoring went up to level 4, and we've got a knit cowl, a drop leg bag, a utility vest, and a wool poncho. We're definitely going to want to try and make that utility vest, but as I said, we are going to want to have something to go on our torso. Let's have a look and see what else we unlocked first of all though. Oh, there we go. New leather recipes. Now for the armor, we need to have patchwork leather sheets or tanned hides. Unfortunately, we just don't have those things. I was hoping for a leather vest. We've got 2 pelts at the moment from all the supplies that were there, but not hides. Oh, can you believe it? Just when we finish the cargo pants, we unlock arming pants, which do offer us the same protection that we have on our arms. Meant to be worn alongside a gambeson. I mean, yes, it's another 4 hours for us to make something like that. I think we should, but I also do think we should try and make it back home before anything else. And you know what? We've had all this noise recently. Maybe we could get away with trying to bash this thing down. Break into it. Let's see. We start to slam our cudgel into the door, whump after whump. We're hearing clangs now as well. Something broke, but it wasn't us, and there we go. We can see inside. The door is destroyed. Was there anybody in here? No? No, there wasn't. Okay, what wasn't here? Ammonia solution and Kevlar shears. We're going to take the shears right away. And in here, a backpack with 5 items. All cool survival stuff. Pitching a tent that's actually going to be useful for us. We're going to unload all of those things into our backpack if we can. The pencil case we're probably not going to need. And finally, there are 2 crates for us to crack open. Nothing in the first, and nothing in the second. Unfortunate. We're hearing punching. There's just so much going on outside. I am a little nervous about trying to make it back to home, but I think we gotta. We open the door. Okay. So far, so good. Let's just go straight for where we're meant to be. Oh, hi, fat zombie. Hi. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Let's start to back up. Shoot, are we going to be able to make it past you? Gotta try, right? And we just heard a door open. That's even worse. That is even worse. Head to the torso. Damn it. Okay. Our theoretical understanding of melee has just gone up to 2. That's good. A critical hit. Let's just keep on hitting and moving back. More distance, please. Another critical. I will take that. We've had some good hits so far. And we're yet to be grabbed. Let's keep it that way, please. I know I might have jinxed us. Damn it, another good strike there. From the zombie, that is. But we're keeping it up. Strike after strike. Torso is bleeding. That's fine. We can manage. Let's just keep on going. Starting to get a little bit more out of breath. We can see that it's much easier for us to use this cudgel for longer periods of time because it's not actually requiring as much stamina for us to swing it. Come on. Destroy the box then, see if I care. There we go. And let's smash that corpse right away. Finish it. And now, let's drop that cudgel. Stop that bleeding. Wield it again. And let's catch our breath back. Did you have anything for us there? You had a sling pack with a lighter. Okay. And a muscle relaxant tool. We will take that along with the caffeinated chewing gum. The muscle relaxant tool is very good for increasing mood. We are an optimist though, so we don't really have to worry about it, but just in case we get really upset, we got that in our back pocket. Let's slow to a walk. Let's close that door. We did hear a door open behind us, so we know that there is probably trouble out there still, but we are in a good mood for many reasons here. 1, we've started recovering. 2, we have so many resources now that we can construct some pretty decent equipment for us to be able to ensure that we can get out of here safely. We're going to want to make sure that we're bandaged before we go to sleep so that our wounds have a proper chance to heal. And tomorrow, I'm feeling good. Tomorrow, for Carmen, that's when we push, we make for the surface. What a productive day we've had today. This is what we get when we don't rush on out. We take time to measure the resources around us and how we might best be able to use them. Carmen was never meant to leave this basement. I believe her target knew who she was and threw her to the wolves to be hunted, like I imagine many others have been in these halls. A cannibal keep, it seems. For now though, Carmen, let us keep our cool and carry on. Legionnaires, I ask you, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rykon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.